You gave more than anyone asked for. You showed patience when it would have been easier to walk away. You offered support when no one else noticed, and you extended trust even when it was never returned. And still, your kindness was met with indifference. Your loyalty was overlooked. Your generosity was treated like weakness. It stings because you act with integrity. You understand real value. But the world plays by its own rules, not yours. The Seneca mode teaches this. You cannot control what other people do. Only the clarity and strength with which you respond, your energy, your presence, your attention. These are powerful, but only when you wield them with awareness. Real strength isn't measured by how much you give. It's measured by how wisely you choose where and to whom you give it. Learning to honor your own boundaries isn't selfish. It's discipline. It protects your peace and earns respect. Over time, you start seeing the patterns, the repeated disregard, the one-sided effort, the way your generosity gets taken for granted. Recognizing those patterns isn't cynicism, it's insight. It lets you act from observation instead of blind expectation. It lets you protect what's yours. You spent years assuming others lived by the same code you do. You gave trust to people who seemed worthy. You showed patience when walking away would have been smarter. You believed loyalty, honesty, and fairness were universal. But too often, those gestures were met with nothing. Small acts of generosity disappeared. Big sacrifices were minimized. Your willingness to help was mistaken for weakness. That pain can feel personal, like something's wrong with you. But it's not. The flaw isn't in your character. It's in the expectation that others will match your values. You control your actions, your principles, your intentions. You don't control their responses. When your kindness meets disregard, it's not failure. It's just a mismatch. Once you see the patterns clearly, everything changes. You stop excusing behavior that never changes. You stop adjusting endlessly for people who never reciprocate. Your energy stops eroding. Peace doesn't come from controlling outcomes. It comes from aligning your perception with reality. Giving without discernment sets you up for resentment. So generosity becomes deliberate. You give to those who honor your trust. You pull back from those who treat it like a resource. This shift changes everything. Frustration fades because your peace no longer depends on how others behave. Calm observation replaces emotional reaction. You give thoughtfully. You withdraw when your effort isn't valued or respected. You stop wasting energy trying to correct what isn't yours to fix. Boundaries become natural. Your presence starts carrying weight without you having to demand it. Generosity stops being a reflex and becomes a weapon of wisdom and self-respect. Your engagement becomes measured, meaningful, and sustainable. By subscribing, you're making a quiet promise to yourself to stay aware, to act with intention, and to guard your energy like the limited resource it is. Subscribing to the Seneca mode isn't just joining a channel. It's choosing to invest in your own growth and discipline. You start seeing the signs earlier now. The subtle misalignment, the hollow apologies, the quiet disrespect. Patience stops being passive. It becomes watchful. You monitor behavior while protecting your peace. Your kindness keeps its value because it's no longer given away cheaply. You no longer project your own moral code onto everyone else. Interactions become opportunities for clear judgment, not validation or disappointment. Kindness remains, but it's refined, intentional, Protect it. Every time you let someone cross a line, every moment you tolerate what feels wrong, you're teaching the world exactly how to treat you. Disrespect rarely starts loud. It starts small, little gestures, small erosions, until the pattern is set. The Seneca mode teaches that virtue isn't passive acceptance, it's deliberate, reasoned action. When you stop responding to behavior that undermines you, you stop reinforcing it. Boundaries aren't walls built in anger. They're standards, quiet, consistent, unshakable. You don't need theatrics. You simply hold the line with calm discipline. And over time, people adjust. Not because you yelled, but because they learned your energy, and trust have limits. This isn't about punishment. It's about self-respect. Silence is often mistaken for weakness, but there's a massive difference between strategic silence and fearful avoidance. When you stay quiet with intention, you create space for truth to reveal itself. People show you who they really are when they expect a reaction and get calm observation instead. That measured silence carries authority. It forces the situation to unfold. It protects your energy. It sharpens your insight. There's power in stepping back, in refusing to overinvest in people and situations that don't value you. Strategic detachment isn't coldness, it's wisdom. It's deciding where your limited time, energy, and attention actually belong. When you stop pouring yourself into places that drain you, your presence regains its weight. Absence becomes a signal, a boundary, a standard. You don't react with anger when disrespected. You don't over-explain. You don't chase validation. You simply respond with control. Anger feels powerful in the moment, but it usually hands your power to the very people who provoked you. Calm, deliberate restraint. That's what commands respect. Master your reactions, and you master the environment around you. By choosing silence, by choosing detachment, by choosing selective generosity, you teach the world how to treat you. Not through confrontation, but through the undeniable force of disciplined presence. Your kindness is no longer a weakness to be exploited. It becomes a reflection of your strength, your clarity, and your discernment. Protect it. Give it deliberately. And watch how your presence begins to reshape everything around you. Take the next step. Keep watching. Thank you for being a part of the Seneca mode.